Hi, I am Kajer on Two Wheels, and this will be my owner's Sena smh5 review. So I've had this Sena for over a year now, I think 2 years, almost 2 years running, and I can only say nice things about it. So nearly 2 years of being used every single day, helmet on, helmet off, at least twice a day, sometimes 4, sometimes even as much as 6. Lots of wear and tear, thousands of kilometers traveled, as in, I don't know, some 20 to 30,000 kilometers traveled, and is as good as the day I bought it. Actually, not quite, but the only thing that has happened in all of this time, the only two things are: one, the knob itself, when you turn it up down, it needs a little silicone oil lubricant, because when I turn it, it squeaks just ever so slightly, ever so low. If it's quiet, and if you're in a quiet room and you turn it, you can hear it going squeak squeak very, very slightly. The other thing I noticed when I undid my helmet was that the wires have been in my helmet for over a year and a half, and so in some places the cabling from the Sena itself to the headphones, the shielding is slightly, the shielding sheath, that black rubber thing around the cables themselves, has slightly detached from a part of the cable. I'll show you if I can with a picture, I hope. But again, it's nothing major, and it is quite likely caused by my fiddling, constant fiddling with stuff inside my helmet because of my microphone setup. So this is very durable and very good quality. Once again, like I did in my first review, it should be on screen. This is way above, it costs way more, and it is way above than the El Cheapo intercoms you can get on eBay for something like 30 bucks. Those do their job, barely. That's the whole thing with them. They do what they have to do, just. I'm going to go around. They just do it very, very barely. You can barely hear with the El Cheapo ones. You can hear people just. You have to slow down quite a lot to be able to talk, etc. On these, no. On the smh5s, I've been having conversations while going at way over legal speeds, something like some, I don't know, 180 kph. No issues. There you have a lot of wind noise on the helmets, so you have to put the volume to the max, and still you can hear people. Not perfectly fine anymore, but you can still carry out the conversation with just a minor amount of what? At normal speeds like 60, 100, 120, zero issues. In fact, and this is what impressed me the most, and has been impressing me the most, at 120 the wife calls me and I have to tell her, no, I am on the bike. Seriously, I'm on the bike now. Because she doesn't hear the engine noise, and she doesn't hear the wind noise. Well, she didn't hear the engine noise, now she probably will because of the new exhaust, but should be something like some background droning. It's actually amazing how much noise cancellation this thing actually does. So that works perfectly fine. I haven't been using FM radio because I don't really like FM radio that much, but I have been using it constantly to play my music from my cell phone, and for that it works marvelously well with an Android phone, at least, where I can just tap the rear yellow button and either S voice comes up if it's a Samsung, or, and this used to work on my S7, now it doesn't for some reason, it would bring up Google Now, so I could just tap the rear of the cell phone and tell it play music. Another shortcut it has is that if you long press the main button, it will automatically start playing music. That's something, I don't know how it does it, but I know it's a fairly universal button thing with Bluetooth, and it works marvelously here. Has a few nice voice prompts, so you know phone connected, you know, it's turning off, etc. It's a bit disconcerting at first that if you press both buttons at once, it will immediately shut down. So keep in mind that's the shortcut for shutdown, is both buttons together, and it will shut down on the spot. Turning it on, you have to press both buttons for a little while and it'll turn on. Does have somewhat of a steep learning curve, as there's a lot of functions and only 2 buttons, but that's a minor gripe. It has a lot of functions and it works perfectly well. If you connect it to your computer, you can even program speed dial in case you don't have a voice enabled cell phone, or voice enabling for some reason doesn't work as you want it. You can have 3 speed dials. It seriously is awesome. I am still trying to find the funds to buy a smh20, pass on this 5 onto someone else, like the wife or the kids. Probably the wife. The kid has this nasty habit of breaking everything. And getting the 20S, because the Sena 20s have a couple of things I really like on this one, which is Multicom Ability. Oh, by the way, one thing I really love about this one, it is universally compatible. The cheaper ones can only connect to their own brand, basically, and very little else. And even with their own brand, sometimes not even that. It's always a mess to try to pair it to anything else. These you pair it once and it is paired, period. It always works, and it works with any intercom off the box. Well, truth be told, any modern intercom will do that, but okay, it's a nice space change. So is this worth $100 versus the $30 of the El Cheapo? Yes. If you just need an intercom and you really need it desperately, you don't have money, by all means go with the El Cheapo ones. Go with the generic ones, they will kinda work. But if you want something that just actually works for everyday use, well, these are the only ones you should be getting. And the Sena ones are really, really nice. I really like these. There are many other brands out there, but I am sold on Sena. Hey, look, a lady on a cell phone. How cool is that? Look at me, I am so cool. I'm on the phone while driving. What an idiot. Well, I get one of those every day. Honestly, I do. I find one of those, at least one every day. It's amazing. Yeah, I kinda got distracted with the cell phone lady. Yeah, so yeah, the Sena smh5s, way more than recommended. It's an awesome little intercom, and not that expensive either. $100? It depends. Maybe the price went down. I don't know. I'm pulling the price out of my ass. I have no idea what it is, but I think it is around $100. And as I said, durable. It will work. Oh, waterproof? Oh yeah, I ride every day, whatever the weather. I've been in some pretty nasty inclement weather. I've been in some weather that left the inside of my helmet with a puddle at the front. I've been splashed by cars and trucks. I've been having some pretty nasty weather, especially this last winter. It was just about horrible. Is it still working? Zero issues, baby. Battery lasts quite a long time. For me it lasts like 3 or 4 days, and so that's like 6 to 8 hours of commuting, either just intercomming, which is what it is doing now, waiting for the cell phone to get a call. This doesn't really spend that much battery, or actively intercomming. Oh wait, hang on the Portuguese end-to-end I did a 12-hour straight stretch of the intercom always on, always communicating, and the battery lasted for 12 hours. I just lost battery at no, actually not 12 hours, it lasted something like some 10 hours. I lost battery for the last few hours and I had to recharge it, but it will last between 8 to 12 hours depending on usage. At least 8 it will. So if you have a long trip for 8 hours, I think it will work with no issues. Oh, I remember. Because on the second day I was running around with the intercom connected to an external battery. Yes, you can do that. At an external battery pack, which I connected via USB to the intercoms, and I had in my pockets. And that was because I didn't have an outlet to charge it overnight, so I had to do it on the go. So yeah, second day was worse, but on the first day of the Portuguese end-to-end, full day communicating, three-way communicating, no issues with battery. So yeah, that's the Sena smh5 from an owner's perspective. Durable, and it just kind of works all the time. No flaws whatsoever. And so that's it. Cage, you're out.